D&D is an unpredictable game, which is why I love it. It adds a great sense of uncertainty and variety to every session. However, as a DM, unexpected moments can completely blindside you. So in this video, I'm going to talk about some simple little tricks to help you roll with these unforeseeable moments. Unfortunately, in every campaign I've ever ran, at least one of the players have got in trouble with the law, either by tampering with a crime scene, breaking into the mayor's house, or simply stealing a magical item from a shop. None of these moments I had planned, so now I always have a guard stat block ready and open. This is so helpful in case combat happens or if I need to check a guard's perception scores. This is great for creating chase sequences or improvised combat, as I can see the guard's stats and abilities, which allows my players to think on their feet. For example, if a player casts Grease, I can instantly check the guard's dex save. Having this stat block open allows for incredibly fluid and chaotic feeling moments as I'm ready, instead of making the players wait for me to find the guard's stat block. I also always have a prison map ready. I tend to play online on Owlbear Rodeo, so I have a scene ready with a prison battle map. However, if you play in person, you should really have a map too, maybe on your laptop or behind your DM screen, so you can easily know the layout and guard patrols of that prison. This is so useful because prison breakouts are so fun in D&D, and when you have a map or layout ready, you can make a fantastic moment for your party because you have everything ready to go. Store. This may be a tad controversial, but I really enjoy shopping sessions in D&D. I think they are a fun change of pace. However, in pretty much every single session I run, the players will always ask if there's a shop, which I used to not be ready for. Because of this, I always have a tab open of shops. There's one I really like called the Thieves Guild. I'll link this in the description. It's basically a website of most D&D shops, including general goods, inn prices, magic shops, and more. This is so handy as you can run any shop in any moment without having to guess the price of weird items. Names. If your players are as annoying as mine, they will always ask every random NPC their name. This has forced me to have names ready at any moment. I tend to keep a notebook beside me filled with around 20 names. I get these names from Donjon and pick one or two from every category until I get around 20. Then when playing, if someone asks for a name, I use one from the list, cross it out, and generate a new one at the end of the session. This helps the flow of my sessions so much as it means I don't just sit there trying to think of a name for far too long. Encounters. Sometimes players finish what you have planned far too quickly. I've once had a session that I planned to be 6 hours long and the players finished it within an hour. So now I always have a special encounter planned. I know a lot of people who use random encounter tables, and I think they're great, but they aren't for me. Generally I find them a bit too vague or too small, but if you use them, this is not a criticism. So in every campaign, I plan an extra encounter that can be used at any time. My current backup encounter is the Children's Thieves Guild, which is kind of similar to the kids from Baldur's Gate, but more in the line of Oliver Twist. For this encounter, when the players are travelling, a group of children will steal a very important item from them and run to their hideout. This means that players have to go after them, and this gives the players a weird choice on how they're going to get their item back. Are they going to bribe? Will they sneak in? Hopefully they won't do combat though. Most importantly, in the Thieves Guild hideout, there'll be an important item that links to a player's backstory, meaning this isn't just an encounter to bloat time, but an important moment for a character that is ready at any moment. Food and water. This is the most obvious, but the most overlooked. An average session of D&D for me is around 4 hours. In that time, you're going to get a bit hungry or a bit thirsty, so make sure you always have a snack and a drink beside you. This is especially important for DMs because you're talking a lot and doing some weird noises, and most of the voices are probably gruff, which means you're going to get a dry throat, so you need to have a drink ready to sip on throughout the game. Player's Handbook. My players have a weird habit of asking me what their own spell does, which has made me have to start having a Player's Handbook open every session. It is so important to quickly find out the information in spells. Let's say a player casts Tidal Wave. I need to know the spell duration or how wide the spell is. The player may not know because they may have not written that down on their spell sheet, so the Player's Handbook helps you find out that information so quickly to make combat so fluid and rapid. So these were my small tips to prep for D&D. If you have any minor things you prep for every session, please let me know in the comments. Also, I just want to say thank you. I've had so many nice comments from you guys, and I really appreciate you all. So yeah, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.